It was a war zone in Little Rock, man, in 91, 92, 93, all the way up to about 95. It was a war zone, and it was serious. They wasn't playing. People quit fist fighting in '89. You know, I didn't learn to fist fight real good until I came here. You know, but shooting, that was just part of it. Guns, I guess, gave you the power when you knew you had the power to take someone else's life. That's real strong, man. And it can destroy you if you let it. I guess it did me, which I robbed a drug dealer, man. I took his drugs from him, his drug money, and I'm doing 12 years of my life in prison for it. I met a guy about a year ago. He's about 25. He molested a 10-year-old girl, and he's got 5 years. He's got to do about 10 months on it, and he goes home. Of course, we took turns beating his ass in the barracks every day, but still he goes home, you know. And I guess I'm pretty angry because I feel like prison was probably the best thing that ever happened to me, man. I think I got a lot more time than I deserved for what I done. I didn't hurt anybody, thank God. I thought I was Napoleon on the vanguard of human thought. I thought I was a revolutionary. I guess we all think that, don't we? At least I did. And I thought that whoever I stepped on or trampled on didn't matter as long as the ends were met. The ends justified the means to me then. I was dealing with the same insecurities that all teenagers deal with. I guess in fear, a lot of it was fear. I guess I was scared people wouldn't like the real me because I guess I didn't like the real me. So I put on a mask that I guess everybody wears to become what I thought people liked. And I wasn't a very good guy out there. First of all, when you come through here, when you come through the doors, all that you put on, that mask that we wear out there, they take that off. There is no mask. Now when you're in here, we're dealing with you, the real you. Now it's come out. You can hide it out there. People do it. Some people do it their whole life. But as soon as you come through the door here, man, you can take that mask off because you're not fooling no one. You live with 1,500 people, and you see these same people every day in and day out. You eat with them, you sleep with them, you shower with them. So all them false pretenses, they don't work. And that was hard for me to accept the fact that now I have to deal with me. It ended up helping me to realize who I was, because I didn't know. I didn't like who I was. I was scared people wouldn't like who I was. In this place, you can't trust nobody. Nobody. And first thing you do when you come through the door, man, you learn how to fight. And it's not 1-on-1. It's 4 and 5-on-1 if you're white. And it was supposed to be disciples that I was fighting. And it was the white dudes that I didn't even know, a lot of them, that would help me. And that was my first, clue that I was on the wrong side of the fence. True enough, it was a lot of dudes from my neighborhood, from North Little Rock, that that knew me. A lot of black dudes, and that just gave me something I really had to uphold. And he's from the north side, so I really had to stand on something then. But don't none of them blame me for the route I've chosen in prison, because that's the only route for a white man that stands up for himself. That's the only route to take. I'm not a racist per se, no more than anyone else is. And anyone, if they take a look deep down inside, has had some racial thoughts, some racial motivations in their life. Anyone, black, white, it doesn't matter. But I realized that I was missing, I think what it was, I was missing my own culture then. I didn't know enough about my family and my heritage. The only culture I knew was the street culture. And that's what got me here. But now that I'm grown up, and I took it upon myself to do a lot of studying and realize who I was and who my ancestors were. That gave me a true sense of pride. It's about every race in the world that has its own country by and for them. The Chinese have a country that's strictly Chinese. The blacks, there's countries in Africa that are strictly black for the most part. And the white race gave that away. In this liberal, feminized ideology that everybody can be free. But freedom, you got to pay a price for it. I think our ancestors paid a price for the freedom that today we abuse. I don't want to glorify that lifestyle, glorify being in prison. Ain't nothing good about it. Sucks. Day in and day out. People tell you who, what, when, what to do. Everything you do, your life is controlled by someone that most of the time has got some twisted, demented thoughts on their mind. But that lifestyle that I enjoyed so much, it took my family away from me, took my freedom away from me, took the woman I love away from me, took my youth. I left when I was 20 years old. I left the streets. I just turned 20. I won't hit them again until I'm 32. So there's nothing cool about that life, nothing.